Now, Art Kurtz for Easy Access Math, and today we're going to do scientific notation, specifically multiplication of scientific notation. Now, what you have here looks like foil, but it's not. These are multiplication signs. They're next to each other in parentheses, and that tells you you're going to multiply. So, the first thing we're going to do, and I'll do this in red, is we're going to multiply the big number, the base numbers, and it's 4 times 3, that gives me 12. Now I'm going to multiply the exponents, and if you remember the rules for multiplying exponents, you add them. So 5 and 3 add up to 8. So I have 12 times 10 to the 8th power. And that looks like it's right, except for one thing. The format of scientific notation is only one whole number place, and that has to be any digit from 1 to 9. Can't be a 0, and obviously it can't be over 9 because it wouldn't be one digit. That's the format that you must have, and 12 is not in that format. So I have to move the decimal place 1 to the left. That gives me 1.2 times 10. Now I moved that down. I made the 12 1.2. I made it smaller. So the exponent goes up 1. It gets bigger. There's a balance. If this goes down, this goes up. So you have 1.2 times 10 to the 9th. Let's look at the next one. And remember the rules of sign numbers. I have 3 times 5. Well, I know you're going to add, you're going to multiply those like regular multiplication. And that gives me 15. Times 10, that comes in, it's scientific notation, so the 10 always is there. And you add your exponents, but we have a negative 2. 5 plus negative 2 is 3, which gives me 15 times 10 to the 3rd. Again, not in the proper format, so I move the decimal 1 place to the left. That gives me 1.5, but then this goes up 1 because this went down. This goes up. It's 1.5 times 10 to the 4th. Now let's try the last one again. Numbers multiply. The big numbers multiply just like you would multiply regular numbers. Times 10. You add your exponents, but again, 6 times 9, the exponent, you would add them, and that gives you 15. So 1.2, 12 becomes 1.2 times 10 to the 15th. That went smaller, so the 15 becomes 16. Let me give you one more. Let's say I had 3 times 10 to the 3rd, and I multiply it by 4 times 10 to the negative 9th. Same rules. 3 times 4, 12 times 10, and 3 and negative 9th, I'm adding 3 plus a minus 9. That gives me a negative 6 because I'm adding unlike signs, and it's the same rules as adding unlike signs. And so you have 12 times 10 to the negative 6th power. Again, it's not in the proper format. I have to change that. 1.2 times 10. And because this went down, this has to go up. And think, what's one more than negative 6? One number higher. It's negative 5. I hope you weren't thinking negative 7. Negative 5 is one more than negative 6. It's kind of like the reverse when you're dealing in negatives. And that's how you multiply in scientific notation.